Hey everyone, my name is Brian Mitroff. I'm a senior solutions consultant with Engaging.io and a lead HubSpot partner in AU and US regions. And for today's video, I want to talk more about content remix within HubSpot. So a problem that I keep seeing from clients is that they want to promote a piece of content they just created through different channels, but they don't have the time to create the content one by one, or they're looking to generate some new content ideas with the piece of content they already have on hand. So what if I were to tell you that you can instantly create multiple pieces of shareable content with just one piece of content in a matter of minutes? This is where Content Remix comes in. So Content Remix is a tool that is only available right now for professional and enterprise HubSpot accounts, but it is used to repurpose existing text, pages, images, and audio and video files into additional content formats. So this is useful for both social media teams and individual content creators who want to repurpose their content as much as possible across different platforms without needing to spend too much time doing so. And it also allows you to quickly share different pieces of content across these platforms, from marketing emails to social posts to even podcast episodes and full websites, which in turn can lead to more visitors engaging with your content. So how to use the Content Remix tool is if you go ahead into HubSpot and go into the content side and then remix, it'll go ahead and take you to this Content Remix homepage. From here, you have the ability to go ahead and either start remixing as part of this button here, or if you want to go ahead and choose from one of the options below, depending on the content that you want to remix, you can go ahead and do so through here. So this will give you the ability to choose whether you want to remix off a specific blog post, a specific external page, maybe a PDF that you have, and so on and so forth. So for this example, we're going to go ahead and stick with the external page here. So go ahead and click Add URL. And from here, it'll take me right into the Content Remix tool to where I'm able to go ahead and start building out this content. So for this example, I'm going to be focusing on one of my favorite football teams, the Los Angeles Rams. And so a piece of content that I have is in regards to Puka Nacua learning more from Devontae Adams as they're going to go ahead and get started with the new season that's coming. So I'll go ahead and paste that and click Add Content. From here, it'll crawl the page and the specific content that's on that page. And from here, I can either go ahead and stick with this page here, or if I want to go ahead and add more source material, such as images, maybe some other ads or any kind, I can go ahead and do so as well. So it gives you a whole range of different assets you can add on top of this specific one. But for this case, I'll go ahead and stick with this URL. And then from here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is begin the process of creating some new content based off of this individual page itself. So for this example, I would like to go ahead and generate 2 different ads. I also want to go ahead and generate a marketing email as well as a social post to promote on my Facebook page. So I'll go ahead and click next. And then from here, depending on the specific content that you're looking to create, you can then go ahead and make some adjustments to it based off of the AI tool here. So if there's any specific instructions that you want to include as part of the content build, you can go ahead and do so through here. You also have the ability to include a generated image within the ad itself or within any of the other sections here. So in this case, I'll go ahead and just leave these blank for now, and I'll go ahead and stick with this ad account. For the email side, I'll go ahead and switch the template that I want to use for the email to the newsletter template that we have. And then from here, for the brand, if you're using different brands within your HubSpot account, you can then select which specific brand you want to have this email associated with. So I'll go ahead and stick with Business Unit 4. And then I can also include a generated image within the email just to kind of show you what it does spit out in terms of the image itself. And then for social, I have the ability to go ahead and select which specific account I would like to have this content associated with. So I'll go ahead and switch this to Snazzy Clicks. And then from here, I can go ahead and add, again, the instructions or generated image. So I'll go ahead and click generate since everything here is good to go. And from here, HubSpot will now quickly generate these specific pieces of content based off of this one URL that I have posted here. And so depending on the specific content that you're creating, as well as the instructions and choosing whether or not you want to include images, it can go from a matter of minutes for these to be created to a matter of seconds. So definitely exciting to be able to quickly create this content. So in the case of some of the ads that I have created here, so this is one example where it's pulled this copy, it's basically generated this copy here where it says, discover how Rams star Puka Nacua is elevating his game alongside the seasoned prowess of Devontae Adams, blending useful energy with NFL legacy for dynamic play that inspires every snap. So I really do like this copy. It's actually pretty exciting and it gets me wanting to engage with the ad itself. So I'll go ahead and stick with that here. For the second ad, it'll go ahead and say, watch as Puka Nacua refines his skills alongside one of football's elites. Be part of an electrifying season with dynamic plays and unmatched talent on the Los Angeles Rams. Pretty good as well. But if I wanted to go ahead and make updates to this copy, I can go ahead and come back here and add instructions to let the AI know what I want to include. So I can say mention Davante Adams within the copy and go ahead and click regenerate. So that way it'll go ahead and also include Davante as part of the mention here. And then once that has been regenerated, it'll go ahead and just quickly spit that out here. So you see now it'll say, join the Los Angeles Rams as Puka Nacua and Davante Adams drive dynamic plays and masterful route running. Experience the thrill of top-tier talent and electrifying team energy this season. Also pretty good as well. If I want to go ahead and regenerate again to see what else it brings, I can do so as well. Or if I want to go ahead and make adjustments to it myself, I can go ahead and click save and edit this in the app. And then from here, it will take me to the add side of HubSpot in a new tab to where I'm able to go ahead and update the copy as well as add any imagery or make an additional adjustment needed. So that's going to be for the ad side. For email, I have the ability to quickly preview the email that is created alongside with the images that is generated. So in this case here, you can see that these really aren't Puka Nacua or Davante Adams, but just to show what type of images it does create. It kind of goes based off of the images within the URL, and then from there it generates some new images that you could either use, or if you want to go ahead and switch these out, you can do so within the email builder. But you can see here that it's also pulled or basically created some new copy as part of that URL. And then from here, you're able to go ahead and adjust that copy and links as needed within the email editor itself. And then for the social posts, if I want to go ahead and click here for social, you'll see here that it's created for Snazzy Clicks. It'll say Puka Nacua is buzzing with excitement about teaming up with Davante Adams this season. His eagerness to learn from one of the game's best, after already benefiting from legends like Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp, signals an electrifying season ahead for the Rams. Get ready for some next level plays. Includes some hashtags that I believe it detected from here, the URL. So this copy I actually really do like as well, so I'll leave that as is. And of course, if you want to go ahead and continue adding imagery, making some adjustments as needed, you can go ahead and then click save and edit in app. So that way it allows you to go ahead and just continue the process of building out posts here. So once everything looks good here, if you want, you can go ahead and go into those initial sections to continue building out the posts and content as needed. Or if you would like, you can even create more content on top of the content that HubSpot's already generated. So if I go ahead and click the plus icon here, if I want to go ahead and make, let's say, another social post out of this social post that was generated, I can go ahead and build upon that. And then, of course, I can go ahead and select the specific Facebook page. I could then add additional instructions or generate an image, and then I can go ahead and click generate. So I'll have this be for the other Facebook page that we have here. And from here, it'll go ahead and generate some new copy that kind of references specific copy, which then in turn references this URL. So you can really build upon the different types of content that are being built here within the Content Remix tool. So you see here, it'll say Puka Nacua is fired up for the season, teaming up with elite receiver Davante Adams and drawing on lessons from NFL legends like Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp. The Rams receiver room is set for an electrifying run. So it really builds upon more from the previous post that was created here. So once everything here looks good, everything is saved automatically as you're building it out. So you can go ahead and click save if you would like. You can also save this as a template for future use. So if you want to follow the same structure and format, you can go ahead and click save as template. And from here, you have the ability to name the template. So I can name this Rams. And then for the brief description, I can put post for LA Rams, for example. So I'll go ahead and click save. And then from there, it'll go ahead and create a new template for you for future use if you would like. You also have the ability to view all of the content that has been created so far when you click all content, and it'll go ahead and generate a list of all the content that was created. And then you can also see all of the attributes that have been associated with this here, and then make adjustments to any of the rules or settings as part of the different assets that are currently set up here. Another cool thing that you can do with Content Remix is if you go back to the main page here, you do have the ability to choose from some of the remix templates that HubSpot has available to you. So this can include promoting content to a wider audience. You can brainstorm blog post ideas. You can expand your content footprint and much more. So it'll go ahead and generate a predefined Content Remix branching for you to where you're able to go ahead and input your content. And then from there, it will begin generating some ideas for you, of course, with some of your input as well, in terms of just different content that it'll create. So in the case here for brainstorming blog post ideas, if I click to use template, I can go ahead and see that now that it's included 3 different blog post sections here. So it'll build 2 blog posts off of the main content that I put, as well as an additional blog post off of the generated blog post from this main content. So if I wanted to go ahead and do the same process of including that link, which I will grab here, it will go ahead and begin that process of building out the blog posts. So I can click attributes. And then from here, you're able to go ahead and select which specific blog you want this to be associated with. You can, of course, include custom instructions based off of the specific way that you would like the blog to be created. It's already had some predefined ones here, so you can go ahead and make those adjustments as needed. You can choose the length of the blog from short, medium, or long. I do recommend, if you're going for a long blog post, that the more content that you add to building out the content remix, the more detailed that these blog posts will be. So you want to make sure that the length of the blog post that you're choosing matches the amount of content that you are including within the content remix tool here. And then, of course, same adjustments here you can make for some of the other sections. So once this is all good and you click generate content, it will go ahead and start building out those blog posts for you based off of the specific prompts that are included within that there. So just another quick way for you to go ahead and generate some quick blog posts based off of the specific goals that you're trying to reach. So overall, the Content Remix tool is a great way for both social teams and individual content creators to get the most out of their already existing content, as well as help generate new content ideas for current or future marketing campaigns. Thanks for watching.